Hey, Cherie. Can you hear me? So I've started the recording
Okay.
and I am going to share my screen for a second. Hold on. Okay, do y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So tonight is not a long lesson, but it's a very important because we always hear of get sellers, get sellers, get sellers. So tonight, like I said, we're going to start with Ignite, Spark session number 8. I can't believe we've done 8 already. Find seller leads. And Selvi, this is a very open conversation.
Okay.
We go through it. If you want to stop me, if you have questions, comments, that's how I want it to be conversational. Like
All
I'll
right.
go through some things and I'll say some things, but if you have anything to input, anything to ask, please feel free to
Okay.
do that. And since I don't think do you want us to introduce ourselves just so you'll know a little bit about us?
Yes,
Or
I would love to. I mean, I've met Sherry. Did I say
Cherie.
it right?
Uh-huh.
I met her. I've taken this business planning clinic.
mm-hmm.
I
Right.
think that's where I met her. But
We did.
it already started, so I
Yes.
really haven't had time and I had to rush back to work. So I need really interactions with
Okay.
my colleagues.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like
Because we're family. We're family. So I am, like I said, I'm Shakero Green. I tomorrow actually makes 1 year since I passed my real estate exam.
Yay.
Um,
wow.
I joined Keller Williams the end of February. So believe it or not, I have not even been in this a year. Um, I'm not, of course, I'm not even a top 20 producer yet. So I have to add that yet in there because that is a goal. And it's just this is my second time teaching Ignite. It's one of those things with Keller Williams, what I've learned, if you show up, they give you opportunity.
Yeah.
This is definitely a family. I'm gonna speak for our market center. Let me say that. But our culture at Keller Williams is family, very family oriented. We we're there for each other. A little bit about me. I don't, I'll just go. I am going to glaze over. If you have any questions later, we can talk about it. I am a heart transplant recipient. I'm 3.5 years out. Woo-hoo. So see, that's why the medications and things like that, my face might be changing.
Wow.
But yes, so and that's really what led me to real estate because I had to stop working in corporate. And
Okay.
I got bored after everything was done. I got bored. I have a 8-year-old and I wanted, I have a wonderful husband and that does any and everything for me. I've just so used to doing for myself, making my own
Mm-hmm.
money, um,
Right. Wow,
and
what a
things like that.
blessing.
Yeah, thank you. So and I had to be in a place where I can control my surroundings because I'm immunosuppressed. And so it was perfect for me and I've grown to love it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's that.
Wow.
Um, Cherie, you want to say a little bit about yourself?
Yes, just a little bit about me. I'm Cherie Pickett. I am a
dual career person, so we have that in common. I passed my test in March. It was, no, I passed the test in May. I finished my program in March, but due to COVID, I had to wait until May to take my exam, and I passed the first time. Yay!
Wow.
And I came to Keller Williams in June. No, in May. I came to Keller Williams in May, and I had to immediately go to the referral office because my husband had a stroke. And I didn't do anything, so I really didn't do a whole lot with onboarding. Didn't do a whole lot of anything. So I always call September my official start. September, October. I don't even remember the exact dates anymore. But when I made my official start and really got to work, I wanted to wait until my husband got better. Well, he was better, but
Yes.
just to be sure.
Yes.
And I've been learning as much as I could, and I finally have my first client, and Lord, I can see how this is. Oh my goodness. Um, Shakira will right now we were supposed to close on the 15th. Due to the lender, we are having issues. He's the only one that hasn't been submitting information the way he should. That was the one that I referred. But right now we're on the books to close at 11 o'clock on next Friday.
Good. Listen,
Wow.
it's very uncommon to close on your actual date that you put on your contract.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was just expecting
So,
everything
no.
was just going so sweetly and
No.
nicely. Like now
That's
I
why that
know.
contract says on or about.
Yes, I
Oh.
see.
Because
So,
it's very rare that you will close on that date.
Right.
Well, let me say
So,
this. In my experience, I've never closed on the date that was on that contract.
well,
me say
I
that.
see now. So I'm excited about that. And then the opportunity to be able to be a listing agent and hopefully a buying agent to be
Yes.
serve as a dual agent for my husband's home, and
Yes.
which will help us a whole lot. But I'm having so much fun in real estate. It makes no sense. It's just I wish I could do it full time right now. I'm scared to take that step. Not that I don't think I'll do well, but it's just I really need to make sure I keep the health insurance for my family
Yes.
because my husband, he had a heart attack as well. So and he retired. So I'm the one that's
Yeah.
keeping that. And then that's about it. And you'll find me one of those people that wants to help, and I'm going to jump in where I can, and looking forward to meeting you more.
Yes.
Sylvie, and
I definitely want to be around more because I am a person, the more I'm around, the more I'm going to learn.
Yes.
right.
And I feel like I've fallen off the map because my job was so consuming these past couple of weeks and months due to the COVID. People are out, they have COVID, they have to stay at home because they're high risk. And I did tell my manager, because when I decided to go into real estate, I was only working 20 hours. I am still only, my contract says 20 hours. So I said, okay, I can do that for 20 hours and I can do real estate 20 hours a week. So we'll basically have a full-time job. When the kids come home, I will be at home. But that just didn't work
No,
so well.
ma'am.
So I was like, oh my God, and it is overwhelming. And there is a lot of information out there. And I just, don't want to put myself on the map. And then I feel like I can't deliver. That is my biggest fear, that I
When
can
did you come
deliver and I'm
in?
not professional. Okay. I started the blended course in January, I believe.
Okay.
And I want to say maybe in March. Okay, I did the course exam before the shutdown. So I think that was February.
Okay.
And then I've taken the state exam in July, I believe. And then I signed up with Keller Williams immediately because I've taken my those course classes with Keller
Yes.
Williams. So, they were talking about training and this and that. So it sounded great to me. And I see the training is there. It's just me
Yes.
not showing up.
Well, like I
Because-
said, we have a YouTube channel, so all the trainings on YouTube, like our business meetings are on YouTube. Let Gerald
Yes,
in.
and I want to say I'm really, really thankful about those. You and Miss Vicky, you guys are recording these, so
Yes.
I'm able to watch them. I'm in session 3 right now
Okay.
with the Ignites.
And don't
And it's on
feel
the
bad
YouTube.
if you have
Yeah.
questions. Contact us. Call us. Do you have the phone list? It's in the drive. You can call anybody.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where the phone list was.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll but remind me before we leave, I'll send you my information.
Okay.
I know you have Miss Vicky's and all that. So hey Gerald, are you able to talk?
Yes, yes. I just got in from work. Good evening,
Okay.
everyone.
Good evening.
Hi.
Well, we have Sylvie here. Am I saying your name right, Sylvie?
Yes, you
Okay,
do.
okay.
You do.
She's here. You want to introduce yourself a little, Gerald, just because she hadn't really met a lot of us.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I'm kind of moving around trying to get settled.
Oh, well, it's just
That's why I
us.
didn't come on screen.
It's just us, Gerald.
Shakira, can you send Erica
The link.
yes.
Tell her to go. Can you tell her to go to Facebook? It's in our group. I put it in there,
Okay.
like under Sylvie's comment.
Yes, I love that group because every link, whatever I need, it's right there. I
Yes.
was like, yes.
So, all right, Jerry. I'm
Good
sorry. You go
evening.
ahead.
Oh, no.
Just a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Selvi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Is this your first time on here?
Officially, yes, but I'm watching the
Oh, okay.
YouTube channel, so I can't really participate on, on
Okay,
them.
okay. Well, hello. Glad to have you with us. This is an awesome class. Ignite is super awesome. It's basic training. Really, it is. It's basic training. You get down and get the groundwork for being a realtor and being an effective realtor. So this here is awesome. I love it. Shakira, she's been doing a couple of classes and she's been doing an awesome job. So I enjoy learning from her and anybody else who's doing it. It's just great. Any other speakers who come on and teach different parts of the market. It's just awesome. So this here is just the nitty gritty here. So enjoy.
Good, I will.
All right, so let's go ahead and get on. I'm gonna try to have it's 6:16. Let's see if I can get this done in 45 minutes. So, but don't be afraid to stop, ask questions, comments, or anything. I have time tonight. So we have time tonight. So tonight, like I said, tonight we're doing Ignite, Spark session number 8, finding seller leads. So here's the secret to being a successful real estate agent. There is no secret. Every day, agents do 2 activities. Gerald, what are the activities that we do every day? I'm gonna pick on you, Gerald. So
hey, bring it on. That's fine.
Yeah, we're ready now.
Yeah, we're ready now.
Because this is something we're gonna see every session. So what are the 2 things that successful agents do every day?
Grow their business and run their business.
That's it. That is what we do. It's, you grow your business and you run your business. So that's what we do every day to be successful agents. Like I said, there's no secret. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. Keller Williams has laid everything out for us. That's one thing I love about this company. That's what we do. So today, the skills that we're going to work on now is under grow your business, lead generate for buyers and sellers. This is what we do. This is our main job. The importance of your database is how to take advantage of your sphere of influence allows you to launch all the other grow and run business topics. When you lead generate, everything else will fall in line. So our goal today is to teach you the skills you need to go from having a contact in your sphere of influence to setting a listing appointment. That's our goal today, to go from a contact to an appointment. A listing appointment specifically today. Stop me if you have any questions. And Sylvie, I don't know, do you have the Ignite materials? Do you know how to go into our Google Drive and get the Ignite materials?
I couldn't, I've taken, what is it called? Path to Getting Paid with Susan, and she did show me,
Okay.
but I cannot access it. I have to come. 1 second, my son needs me.
Okay, no problem.
You continue, I'll be right back.
Okay. I understand how that is. I'm just glad my 8-year-old is in there doing her own thing right now. So we are on the agenda today. We're going to do understand motivation, qualify and convert seller leads, pre-qualify sellers, pre-listing questionnaire and presentation, and then we'll have our ahas and things like that. So in order to work with sellers, we need to find seller leads. Let's learn about where we can look for our seller leads. Let me let Miss Vicky in. Okay, so before we talk about finding seller leads, we need to remember to comply with the Do Not Call registry. Everyone knows what this, what this registry is, right? And how to get to it. So just make sure that we're not calling people that are on this registry. We should really only be calling our sphere of influence or referrals that we have permission to have in contact with anyways. Like, let's not go to, well, not that people even have phone books anymore, but let's not go to the phone book and just start calling people that we have no idea who they are. So,
and Shakira, I have a question about that. So I know we probably shouldn't randomly call people, but I've been seeing people talk about farming in little real estate groups on Facebook and everything. What's our view on that?
Well, when you're farming, you're looking at a particular neighborhood. And what Miss Vicky?
Like, is it bad to put, your card or a little something on their door?
Yes, ma'am.
No, that's not calling. You putting a card or a flyer or a door knocker on someone's door is not calling.
Okay, so farming is okay. Like if you're in a particular neighborhood and you just want to try to find.
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Vicky, are there any other specific rules that I'm not aware
No,
of?
and farm. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, and farming is different because you can do a door hanger with farming, or you can knock on the door and give somebody something if they'll take it. So it's a little different.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
These are people that
people register to be on the Do Not Call. So yeah, that's a little different. And that's why with the Do Not Call registry, you always want to start with your sphere of influence, which are the people that you already know, that you already have permission to talk to them about, have permission to talk to them. So that's why you want to start with them.
Yes.
And then let them refer you to people, because basically they're going to say, oh, I know somebody that is a realtor and somebody that I know you've been talking about buying or selling. Do you mind if I give them your number, or do you want me to give? They're going to ask for permission. And when that person says yes, there's the permission right there. So that's why it's so important to start with your sphere of influence.
Exactly. Now don't go up to a door that says no trespassing, no loitering, things like that.
Right.
That's kind of like a do not call list, because they actually don't do it. So don't do those people.
And if we start with our sphere of influence and tell them to tell everybody that they know, or share your app with everybody that they know, we really don't have to worry about the Do Not Call registry.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think we know that part. I don't think any of us are breaking the rules of that. Please don't do that. So your database, what is your number one job as a real estate agent? What is our number one job? I see you about to unmute, Gerald. Go ahead.
Create leads.
That's right. Lead generate. That is our number one job. That is definitely our number one job. Then we have our daily 10-4. We have open houses and referrals. These are ways that we find seller leads. So using your database in the daily 10-4, you have a great opportunity to find seller leads. Open house can be a great opportunity for potential buyers, but they also may be good for sellers because a lot of people come to open houses, they might already have a home. They're looking for one, but in order for them to get the new home, they have to sell the one they have. And then you get double the commission. That's always great. So leveraging your sphere of influence is a great way to build a referral business and can also help you find potential leads, seller leads. Like you said, you don't know until you put yourself out there. You don't know, like I said, you don't know unless you try. Because you never know who's looking. Because a lot of people don't just put their intent out there, what they plan on doing. So you don't know who's looking to sell or buy a home, especially list their homes.
Shakira, what is the daily 10-4?
Those are your let me get, it's in one of my, it's at the end of our slide. Is you're calling, Miss Vicky, you're calling your 10 people.
You're previewing 10 houses.
Yeah, there you go.
Contacting 10 people, putting 10 people in your database, and I'm leaving one out.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't think of that fourth one.
So you said contacting 10 people, putting 10 people in
your database, calling 10 people, and is it writing?
And viewing 10 homes.
And viewing 10 homes. Yes.
So
those are the 10-4.
Database, homes, and what was the one we were missing?
Calling, contact, viewing. We're gonna get to it at the end of the slide.
Okay.
It's at the end of the slide.
Adding 10 people in your database.
Ma'am.
Adding 10 people in your database. Contacting 10, or is it 10 handwritten notes?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's the 10 handwritten notes.
Okay.
But we're gonna double check it.
I think so.
10 handwritten notes, that's what it is?
I think so. I think
it sounds familiar, the handwritten notes.
But Erica, hold on to the end. We're gonna find out. we're gonna get it together.
I will. It's okay.
Yes. So okay, we're gonna switch gears and learn about what comes after you generate your leads, which is connecting, pre-qualifying, and converting your seller leads into listing appointments. Okay, so if one of your leads tell you that they're interested in selling a home, you need to connect with them to see what they're really, if you're going to be their realtor of choice. Listen, I've had friends or associates say, hey, I'm looking to do such and such. But they're either not really ready right now or they're on the fence about using you. Because I found that some people, especially family and friends, they feel that you're their realtor. They don't want you to know all their business. And, but you have to reassure them. And mainly it's with dealing with lending and credit score and finances. I have to reassure them, I don't need that information. I need to know, I need a letter saying that you can buy a house for this amount of money. That's all I want. I don't need to know your credit score. I don't need to know how much you make. I don't need any of that. So that's a reassuring way, because what you don't want to do is lose business because they think you're going to know their business. So that's an experience I personally had. But then you still have to qualify these people. We have to pre-qualify these people. So let's get into that. Any questions or anything so far? Okay. So I'm gonna read this. Connecting is an important part of prospecting, which we cover in lead generation module of this course. People want to do business with people that they see are motivated, capable, and likable. Focus on connecting with the seller so that you can gain or build a rapport and find out how willing and ready the seller is. That is so important. What are their life events motivating them? What's motivating them to think about selling? What needs or wants are they looking to fulfill with the move? Fully understand their motivation. How strong that motivation is helps you move towards your ultimate goal, which is the transaction. So these are the questions we ask: the who's, the what's, the where's, the why's, the when's, the how's. How do you think these questions help you build a rapport and trust with these people? What is it doing?
It's allowing them to see that you're building a relationship with them and building the trust, because once they know that you're really taking an interest in their interest, they tend to trust you more.
One of the best quotes I ever heard from someone in Keller Williams is, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah. So get to know your clients or their customers until they're your clients. Get to know the people. Ask them, because when you start asking them questions, people like to talk about themselves. So when you start asking them about, so what do you want? What about your family? You let them know it's about you. The transaction is about them. It's not about us. It's about you. We're in the business of building relationships. So let's ask those questions. So are there any other questions that you think of that you guys could possibly, that's not on here, that you would ask? If not, we can move on. We'll move on. So it's okay. This is where we're going to start putting our sellers into lead categories. It's important for you to know that how ready the potential seller is. We need to know the difference between A, B, and C. So A, your A people, they're able, they're ready, they're willing to do business in 0 to 14 days. You need to follow up with these people daily to secure that appointment. They're ready right now. Like, they're ready to list their home in the next 2 weeks. B, they're able, ready, and willing to do business in 15 to 60 days. Now, these people, you will put them in your database, but you'll just call them every 2 to 3 days or at least once a week. And then you have your C people, they're able, ready, and willing to do business 3 months out, after 3 months or so, 61 days or more. And you put them in your database and you just call them monthly. You just call those people monthly. Categorizing your leads helps you know how often to follow up with these leads and how close you are to getting the listing. Sellers are currently ready should take more of your time and effort. But it is important. One thing you don't forget, that's a double negative. Do not forget about them. Don't forget about them. You still want to keep in contact with these people. Do not forget about these people. So if you get someone that's a C, are you going to just not talk to them because they're not ready for another 4 months or so? No, because I'm gonna tell you something. There are people that they thought they were a C that I've talked to, but they're a B. They don't realize, some people don't realize they have a lot of stuff already together. And some people think they're A and they're C. So you have to ask those questions to really figure out where these people are, how ready they are. You'll put them there. You can put them in smart plans and things like that. And in command. Let me see. We're not going to role play tonight. Let's go. Finding your leads motivation is the first step in turning a warm lead into a closed client. When you are completing your daily lead generation activities, your goal is to convert those leads to appointments. That's our job. We're trying to get appointments. We're trying to get deals here. You might get an appointment from the first person you call. You might not. You might get a referral. And sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, that is always great. That's someone else to add to your database. That's another potential customer or client, or a potential client. So you think about that, that person might be ready to buy or sell. You create these reciprocal relationships with people, with your contact, so that they turn into leads. For a seller lead, that means asking how you connect and meet with them. For a referral, this means asking how can you connect, how they can connect you with people they know or might know, that wants to talk to you about selling or buying a home. So, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm kind of scatterbrained tonight. When you've determined that the seller is motivated and willing to sell, ask for an appointment. Use 2 steps. You ask for the business. When are you ready to sell? Or when will you be ready to sell? Then when you ask for an appointment, you say, hey, will tomorrow at 3:00 or Friday at 1 work to discuss your selling? This is what I've learned. So don't say, hey, so when do you want to meet? They'll say, oh, well, I don't really have the time, or no, give them a time. You look at your schedule, say, hey, I have Monday at 2:00, or we could do Wednesday evening at 5. It's harder for someone to turn you down when you've already given them a time. It's harder for them to do that. So, but stay in control. Our goal is to stay in control. Stay in control. What they say, those that ask the questions are in control. I am so sorry, y'all. I am on medication. Can y'all hold on 1 second? I have to go use the restroom. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Oh.
History right now, the struggles that millions of Americans are facing who don't have jobs, the fear people have about the health of their grandparents and their cousins and their brothers, and to make it more about the strength of the American people when they come together, and not about any. But as you saw in the speech, it was forward-looking. It was not meant to look back. Go ahead.
You guys, I'm so sorry. I am on a diuretic. This medication, being transparent. I'm sorry. I had to run to the restroom. Now I can probably focus. So let's go back a little. Now that we've covered how to find and convert our leads, let's move on to how to pre-qualify them. Once you know the seller is willing to sell and has agreed to the appointment, let's pre-qualify them to see where they are. They're A, B, or C. So to make the best of our time, you must be willing to pre-qualify the people. Because I know for me, and when I first started, I just wanted to dive in. They said they wanted to sell, they wanted to buy. Oh, there we go. I have a client. I have a client. But we have to stop, calm down, and just, see where they actually are. Because just because they come to us and say, hey, they're ready, they might not be. So we have to understand their motivation, position yourself as an expert, because what I've learned, because we want to dive in, we rush. And so we have to take the time and figure out their needs so we'll know exactly what we need to do to help them win the listing. It allows you to price the home to sell for the most amount of money in the shortest time frame. That is what your sellers are looking for. They just want to get out the house with as much money as they can in the shortest amount of time, most times. And properly set the seller expectations, allowing you to create a customer experience. Please, I know what I've learned is let them know what to expect. Don't promise anything you cannot deliver. So I know for me, I went on a listing appointment last week, yes. And she told me before I went that she was looking at me and 2 other people. And that but that's what she's supposed to do. She didn't know me. She was referred to me. But when I went, I had a listing presentation. They did not. Someone else, she did mention that someone else would do the listing for 5%. I told her 6% because that's what we do. I want my 3% as a seller's agent. I've learned from Ms. Vicky not to lower my commission, my standards. That's what it is. Because what I did ask her is that if I was to lower my commission, I can't promise her everything that's on here. I mean, if I lower my commission, can I lower my standards for you? Is that what she wants? No, that's not what she wanted. So she did call me yesterday, and we will be listing at the end of this month. And I know for sure, because I know someone else that went to see her, that I'm not the least qualified, but I'm the newer agent. She knows that, but I was prepared.
Do your thing, Shakira. I hear you, girl. I love it.
I was prepared and I sold myself. This is a $360,000 home that's only 2 years old. There's nothing wrong with it. It's going to sell.
Oh yeah, that's 6%, honey.
She thought that she was ready, but I was honest with her. Her son was there. She's a widow. Her son was there, and he was like, "Wow, Mom, they didn't tell you need to do all that." They were ready to just put the house on the market. They didn't realize the lady had to go somewhere. So I'm not rushing her. I'm helping her through the process. I'm building that relationship with her. I'm building that trust with her.
That's why they were willing to cut their commission, because they was cutting out a lot of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't going to work for her like you're supposed to. So they were willing to go cheaper because they were cutting out some services.
Yeah. And I had to let her know, we have to figure out your exit plan. We have to get a calendar together, because I'm a very kind of OCD person. So, and I don't want any surprises for her. And I don't want any surprises for myself.
So is the lady still living in that house, and she has to find another place to stay, basically?
Yes.
And then she's going to list it?
Yeah, well, she doesn't necessarily, her thing is she doesn't necessarily have to find the place, but she wants to make sure that her finances and everything are straight on that end.
Mm-hmm.
Of getting the new home, which they are.
Okay.
So like I said, she's moving to Birmingham. And so her lender there actually knows me, and we've connected. So, but yeah, so she's working on that end. Like, she'll be going there in the next week or so to start looking, just to make sure she has that. She just wants to be sure. She's an older lady, and you have to know your audience. So she's not like a millennial like me, and she's not just into just jumping out there. And so I have to know that, and I have to know to take my time with her and treat her as she was my mother. That's what I do. If this was my mom, what would I do? How would I handle this? So I'm not going to just say, hey, yeah, we have to put it on the market now. She's not comfortable with that. That would have ran her away. Because what I know, I did let her know, but once we put it, you need to be ready to get out because it's going to sell fast. It's a beautiful home. So anybody else, Miss Vicky, Sheree, anyone else have any, stories or things they do with pre-qualifying their sellers? Or anything to say?
Unfortunately, not yet. I'll have a seller soon.
So yeah, but those, you just have to make sure they're ready, because like I said, it can be they think they're ready right now, but they're not, or they don't think they're ready and they actually are, because they just don't know the process. You just have to lay it out there for them, which is why we'll get to that in a minute, that the listing presentation helps you so much. It helps them, it helps you. It's a guide for you and for them. So this is our pre-listing questionnaire. Everyone knows how to get this? One is in our Ignite materials, and two is in our KW Drive. Erica, were you ever able to get into our drive or request to get into it?
I was able to get to the folder that said KW Montgomery agents or something.
Yes.
Give me access to a folder. If that's the only thing, then yes, I have access.
Yes, because it has so many, in that folder, so many subfolders.
Yes.
Yes, so it's in there under, I think, the listing, one of the listing tabs. So this is I have it, if anyone just needs it. I download it to I usually download everything there to my laptop too, just in case I need it and can't get to the Google Drive for whatever God's forsaken reason. But these questions on here, they will help you determine how quickly someone is ready to sell their home as well, because it asks the questions, the who's, the what's, the when's, the why's, and the how's. It asks those questions as well. And it just helps you also get to know them. It helps you get to know them. They get to, talk to each other. Help you talk to them. They get to know you because they're going to ask you questions too. We're not going to role play tonight. Listing presentation. We'll take a look at the listing presentation and see how we can use it to construct a pre-listing packet to send to our potential sellers. Has anyone else on here done a listing presentation?
Now we have tools that will kind of help us make those, right?
Yes, I'm gonna briefly try to show you one. Yes, I'm gonna get in Command on here and show you briefly how to do one, or a few pages of one or something. So yes, it's in Command. It's under our designs, but I'll do that. I think we're about to get into that next. Yes. So let me stop sharing this screen and go to, if I can find it. Do y'all see my command screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Get this up my way. Okay. So what do? Go over to designs. Everyone see where I'm at?
Mm-hmm.
Go to designs. Click the little arrow and go to print. It's under print material. Okay.
So Shacarol, did you take the pictures yourself for the one that you had up there, or did you have a photographer do it?
Which one did I have up here?
I saw one for Lorraine Green.
Oh,
for you.
Yeah, that's the listing presentation I went on last week. No, I used pictures that were in MLS already. And that was of her house. And then I used, when I did the part where I was doing the CMA on other homes in her area, I used MLS to get those pictures. I just copy and paste those pictures to my computer and put them on there and change the pictures out. Because they'll have pictures on the templates. Like, I'm gonna go to listings and you do listing presentation. And you just choose one. I'm just gonna choose the first one. You click use. And as you see, there are so many sheets. Now, listen, you don't have to use every single sheet. That's not what you have to do. On this last one, I did not use that one. The ones that you use, you click the add thing, the little plus sign, and it'll add it to yours. Then this, you put your client, you customize it. You put your client's name there, put your picture, your information. And you see when I clicked on that picture, how my picture popped up over here? Because I already have it signed in. What I would do is you click that picture and I go to mine and I replace the image. It's really this simple, you guys.
So Shakarol, do you present it to them in paper or in electronic form?
I do both.
Okay.
The day or two before the appointment, I email it to them. I let them know I'm gonna email it to them so that they can go ahead and go through it.
Okay.
That saves me time when I'm at their home. So when I get there, they've already seen this, but I also print out a copy and take it to them as well. And I let them know that so that they don't feel like they have to waste their ink or time to get a copy. So I do both. I always send it before I go. That's the goal. You send it before you go to save yourself time. So actually, this last one I did, I sent it to Cherie 2 times or so to have her proof for me. And that's what because I can look at it all day and not realize that, hey, I made a mistake. So even there was one time I forgot an A in my name. I'm like, that's not me. So it's simple things. You want someone else, if possible, to help you. That's just a suggestion from me, because some people be like, oh, she made a mistake in this. What else might she make a mistake in? So just, just proof it. But then there's, so that's their page. And then you go to the next page. And anytime you're going to add it, make sure you hit the plus sign, and you just custom. And some things you don't have to customize. Like this page, I don't think I did anything to. I don't know why it's taking so long. But that is something that we can go over one-on-one, or you can talk to who's tech? Sarah. Vicky, wouldn't this be part of Sarah's tech thing? Or is it something that, well, any of us can help you. I can help, but I'm sure she's better. But this is something we can go over face to face. And if you wanted to see the last one, let me show you briefly. The last one I did, I customized. Do y'all want to see it or no?
Yes.
Just keep going.
Yes.
Okay, let me stop sharing this. Go to it. Where is it? It's somewhere, guys. Nope, that's not it. Oh. Hold on, guys. I have to find it. Okay, do y'all see it? Or no? You see mine says Lorraine Green? No.
I see the KW sample template.
Okay.
Something is trying to load though.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Well, I can't figure out how. Oh, I might figure it out, guys. I thought I would figure it out. I can't right now. So if you didn't want it, I can just send me your email and I'll send it to you. I can send it to you. I can send it to you in email. Let me go back to Shammer. Go back to I really think we're about done, guys. get back to where I was. So we did the presentation, and I'm not gonna make y'all practice that tonight on here. So that was really a short one. Any ahas or comments? This was a short lesson that we you want to discuss real quick about tonight.
I just had a quick aha. The part about when you talk to someone to set an appointment, instead of saying, well, when are you free? Go ahead and give them the time. Hey, I have 2 o'clock and I'm gonna give them 2 because I think I've heard that somewhere else.
Yes.
Training. Give them 2 times so they feel like, oh, I better get on her schedule because you know, she's moving. So I'm definitely gonna do that because I have one right now that I was waiting for a scheduled time, but I'm gonna do just that.
Yeah. One thing I also learned, you set the tone and you set your schedule.
Okay.
Don't let them feel that, I think Ms. Vicky said this before, don't let them feel that they can control your schedule. You let them know you control your schedule. So, and granted, a lot of times, especially with us being newer, we have more free time. But just don't let them know that they're the only ones. Let them think that you got stuff going on.
You are in demand.
You are busy. You are a busy person. They don't know that. So you let them know that you put them on your schedule. You set the schedule. So here are here we go. Erica, the 10 contacts added, 10 conversations a day, and the 10 handwritten notes, and the 10 home previews per week. That's it.
What are the home previews?
Looking at MLS.
And,
looking at MLS, looking at homes, looking at what's on the market. And if you can, possibly going into some empty ones, or vacant ones, and getting to know the market, getting to know exactly what's out there. Because sometimes MLS can be tricky or it can look deceiving. And so I know that's what I first did. I started just going to look at vacant homes. But when you go look at these vacant homes, still let the listing agent know unless they specifically say they don't care or want to know. And I just always shoot a text and say, hey, this is Carol Green from KW Montgomery. I would like, is this home still, make sure the home's still vacant, because sometimes they haven't changed the status in MLS, and say, hey, is this home still vacant? I just wanted to go preview it or whatever.
And I think another good thing to do, Shakira, you know that from my first view when I went to view homes, how to use the lockbox and Supra and all these different things.
I'm so afraid of that.
So many different boxes, and it's it can be embarrassing when you can't open a home.
Yes.
I tried to remove the shackle apparently instead of trying to unlock the door. So I had to call Miss Weaver and she kind of walked me through it. I was so embarrassed.
Yes, we have to be very careful with that. That's another reason you want to go try these on your own sometimes first at the beginning, because you don't want to get with a client and look like, I don't know what I'm doing. Look like you're breaking in the home. So
luckily mine was my friend, but I'm just, it could have been, oh my God.
So yes, those are things you want to do to get started. So those are, like I said, let's add our contacts. And just because it says 10, if you have 25 to add, let's add them. Let's get it in there. But this should be our minimum. And I say our because I still have to do this as well. Ms. Vicky still has to do it. All of us, we still have to do, this is what we do. This is part of us, lead generating, getting our things done. Any more comments, questions, concerns? I know it went kind of fast, and I know I was kind of off of it tonight, but anything?
Did great.
It was awesome.
Do y'all, oh, Sylvia, I'm gonna type my information in here. I know you said.
Yeah, so I can reach out and you can walk me through some things.
What's my phone number? Oh. Here we go. Yeah, that's my number. So, but yeah, that is all that I personally have. Erica, you have any more questions?
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
I don't know. I just clicked on your number. Oh, okay. I see it. It's over there.
Okay. Gerald, anything to add since we seem like veterans to the Ignite?
It's just getting out there doing it. I actually just picked up a listing appointment
All right, Gerald.
for Saturday, but
Nice.
I don't know. It's gonna be a little work.
You need to get that listing presentation done, sir.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah, I actually have one that's preset.
Okay, good.
And I just go in and just fill in their information.
Yeah.
And stuff that I already know I may not need, is already deleted.
Yeah, and like you said, I know for me personally, because it's not like I'm a veteran in this, like they have sheets on there where you can put all your accolades. I take that out. I don't need that. Nope, that's negative information right now. Take that out. I've only had 3 transactions. Take it out. So those things you don't have to put in there. It's not like they know what's supposed to be in there.
Right.
And personally, I feel I'm not going to brag on myself right now at this time. Not until I can. And so I just take that stuff out. Like everything that's in there I'm not promising everything that's in there, first of all. So you have to really make sure you read every page and take out what you can, add what you want. But just make sure whatever you put in there, you are going to provide. So you think about cost, and that's what we don't I'm not lowering my percentage, because if I'm going to pay for a professional, someone professional, because her house is a magnitude where I would pay for a professional photographer. If I needed to pay someone to come clean her house, I will. Her house is of that magnitude. I will do that. But I'm not doing that probably for, I'm not going to do that for someone that's, like just getting not a rental property, but, that's going to probably flip the home for a $60,000 home compared to it. There are certain things that, you customize for certain clients. Those things. So anything else? I think we did it in our time slot, y'all. I think we did it. So y'all know. Thank you. Y'all know I'm available. If y'all need me, call me, text me, send out fire, smoke cues, whatever you need to do here.
Thank you so much.
Y'all are welcome. And I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow on Ignites. I won't be teaching. I think I don't know who teaches tomorrow, but it's not me.
Will it be in the morning? 9 to
yeah, it is in the morning. Okay. But like I said, if you can get on and just listen with your AirPods, that's perfectly fine.
Aren't they recorded, Carol?
Yeah, they're recorded. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. I've been trying to find the old ones, but I don't know if I'm going to the right place.
On the YouTube channel?
So the old ones are all on YouTube. I've been looking at KW. Okay, I've been.
They're on. We have a KW YouTube channel, KW Montgomery YouTube channel.
And the link is in the agent group, actually. That's how I access mine.
Yeah, the link is in the agent group. If you just search our agent group for YouTube, it should pop up in one of those comments. Or Ignite. I think even Ignite, it pops up. If you search Ignite or YouTube, it'll be there. So
all right. Bye guys.
Bye guys. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye, family.